Today we're going to learn about finding the surface area of pyramids. So this will be your last lesson on surface area. So it says the surface area of a solid is the sum of the area of all its faces. A pyramid is a 3D shape that has a base and 3 or more triangular faces that meet at a point. Okay? And the different base shapes that we're going to talk about are squares or triangles. Okay? So the base of our pyramids will either be a square or a triangle. So a pyramid with a triangular base is called a triangular pyramid. And a pyramid with a square base is called a square, and this word should be pyramid. Pyramids are named for their base shape. So whatever shape is on the bottom, that's how you name a pyramid. To find surface area, find the area of each shape, then add their areas together. To find area of a triangle, what formula should we use? If you said area equals base times height divided by 2, you would be right. And just so I know that we remember, let's write down the formula for a rectangle as well. Which will be the same as a square if you remember. Okay? So that should be area equals base times height. And while we won't see rectangles, we will see squares. Okay? Alright, so we're going to start with this first example. So just like yesterday and the day before, we have a net of the shape we're talking about. So this is a pyramid, and the base shape is a triangle, so it's a triangular pyramid. And then there's one more thing about this pyramid that we need to talk about. So every base and height of this, or of the triangles in this pyramid, are the same. So this triangular pyramid is actually an equilateral triangular pyramid. And what that means is all of the triangles are equilateral triangles. And if you look at the word equilateral, it has the word equal in it. So all of the areas are going to be equal. So I'm just going to put a little note. All triangles are equal. Okay, so that's what that means. So in other words, the area for all of them are going to be equal. So when we do the formula for a triangle, we're going to do the same math for all 4. So just take one, and I'm going to turn the paper so I can see as it is. And if you look, the base is 5, the height is 7. And if they're all the same, that means A is going to be 5 times 7 divided by 2. B, 5 times 7 divided by 2. C, 5 times 7 divided by 2. And D, 5 times 7 divided by 2. So if you punch into your calculator 5 times 7 divided by 2, you should get 17.5. And now I want you to add all of these together, because it says once you find the area of each face, you add the areas together. Okay, so if you added all of those together, you should have gotten 5, 10, 15, 20, 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, that should be a 7. And our decimal comes straight down. So it should be 70 centimeters squared for the total surface area. Okay? All right, let's look at our next example, number 10. So this is going to be what type of pyramid? If you said a square pyramid, you're correct because the base of this is a square. And I know that it's a square because there's one measurement. So there's only one measurement here. There's not another measurement here. So that does mean we're dealing with a square. So this is a square pyramid. So that means we have one square. And then your square has 4 sides. And there's a triangle on each side. So that means there are 4 triangles. Okay? So we're going to find the area of the square. And using our reminder up here, the formula is area equals base times height. Well, for a square, base and height is the same. So area should equal 15 times 15. And 15 times 15 is 225. Okay? Then, if you're looking at the triangles, all of our triangles are going to be equal as well, because the base is the same, so the height is the same as well. So if you get one height, you know that that's the height for all 4 triangles. So for a triangle, it's area equals base times height divided by 2. So your base, if this is 15, it's a square, so this is 15. So the base is 15, the height is the straight line, so 13. So it should be 15 times 13 divided by 2. And if you put that in your calculator, you should get 97.5. Now, there are 4, so you can do this 4 times. So every time you're going to get 97.5, so you can say 97.5 plus 97.5 plus 97.5 plus 97.5. You're adding it 4 times and get a total of 390. Or you can say 97.5 times our 4 triangles, and you're still going to get 390. If you don't believe me, plug it into your calculator. Okay? So now the last thing to do is once you find the area, you add the total areas together. So you should add 225 and the total for all 4 triangles to get a total surface area of 615, and then we're measuring in centimeters, so centimeters squared. And that's really all there is to it. As long as you know that with a triangular pyramid, there are 4 triangles because you have the base and there's a triangle on each side, so that's 3, and then one in the middle making 4. And with a square pyramid, the base has 4 sides, and so there's a triangle on each, so it's the base 1 plus 4 triangles to make 5 total shapes. Okay, so let's flip over to the back, and I want you to do number 1, number 2, and number 4. We're going to do number 3 together just to be sure that we have it. So looking at number 3, can you tell me what type of pyramid this is? Okay, if you said triangular pyramid, you did well, because not only do you know it, you can read. It says equilateral triangular pyramid. So remind me again, what does equilateral mean? If you said the shapes are equal, you're correct. So that means every triangle is going to have the same area. So how many triangles make up this triangular pyramid? If you said 4, you're right. So we're going to have 4 triangles. So if we find the area of one, we add that area together 4 times or multiply by 4. So the formula is area equals base times height divided by 2. The base is 4. The height is 6. So 4 times 6 divided by 2 should give you an area of 12. And if you have 4 of them, you can say 12 times 4, or you can say 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12. They're the same thing. Okay? And 12 times 4, or 12 plus 12 plus 12 plus 12 is 48, and then it's centimeters squared. And it's really that simple. So go ahead and work on the rest of these on your own.